appreciate Boxing Nation.
Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? So, some really great news. First of all, Showtime and PBC, they continue to dominate the sport of boxing, putting on the best cards. This card, when it comes to Gervonta Tank Davis versus Hector Garcia, is stacked from the bottom to the top. If you look at some of these undercards on other networks, they are like some of the worst undercards ever. I mean, for me, when it comes to a lot of these cards that they've been putting together, I just wait for the main event to come on. I'll be watching my movies and Netflix, waiting until the main event starts, flicking back and forth until the main event starts. Because there's usually nothing to watch until the main event. But not with PBC and Showtime. I mean, when you look at this Davis Garcia card, this is the way you're supposed to start off the new year. I mean, we got Jaron Ennis, Rashidi Ellis, and Demetrius Andrade. I mean, fighters like Demetrius Andrade and Jaron Ennis, they're usually headlining fight cards. And here all of them are coming together on the same fight card. I mean, Gervonta Tank Davis, he said it best. I mean, he was more excited about the lineup on the undercard than his fight with Hector Garcia. He said, man, I feel like I'm back in my amateur days. Meaning, you know, you show up at one of them big tournaments and it's a star-studded event. So this press conference was so good for so many different reasons. One of the reasons, outside of getting to see Davis and Hector Garcia meet for the first time and face off, is the fact that Demetrius Andrade announces his return to the ring, and he's now a part of the PBC Dream Team. He is finally with a team that is going to appreciate his talents and work to get him the actual fights that he wants. We all know that when Andrade was with DAZN, nobody on that network ever pushed for a Golovkin versus Andrade fight, a Canelo versus Andrade fight, despite the fact that all of them were champions at one time. If you guys recall, there was even a time when Eddie Hearn, instead of him pushing for Andrade versus Canelo or Golovkin, Eddie Hearn was pushing for Andrade to fight Charlo, who wasn't even with DAZN. I mean, just think about it. Who does that? You're with DAZN. You have 3 fighters that are champions in the same division, all with DAZN, and you're pushing to make a fight against a guy who's not even with DAZN. But he only pushes for Andrade to fight Charlo. He never pushed for Golovkin or Canelo to fight Charlo. So we know what time it is. Guys, this is a new chapter in Demetrius Andrade's career, and the most important chapter. I like the fact that Demetrius Andrade, he wasted no time. As soon as he signed with PBC and announced his first fight with the network, he immediately and voluntarily called out David Benavidez, Charlo, and Plant. Obviously the winner of Benavidez and Plant. Someone asked Andrade at the press conference about fighting Canelo Alvarez. And Andrade, he was like, look, man, there's no guarantee any of us will get a Canelo Alvarez fight. I want the David Benavidez's, the Charlos, and the Caleb Plants. Those are the fights that I want.
Nah, I mean, Canelo's cool and all, but at the end of the day, nothing guarantees the Canelo fight. But sitting here fighting all the other opponents here at Showtime, that's Caleb Plant, that's David Benavidez, that's Charlo, of course, as well. Those are the fights that we're looking for. But yeah, like I said, Canelo's cool, but those are the big fights that could be made here.
Man, I'm telling you guys right now, things are about to seriously change in the super middleweight division, for sure. 168 went from being one of the weakest divisions in the sport to now gradually starting to become one of the deepest divisions in the sport. And I can guarantee you, assuming David Benavidez gets past Caleb Plant, which most people believe that he will, even though I feel that's going to be actually a tougher fight than a lot of people think. Assuming he gets past Caleb Plant, I'm almost 100% sure that either Charlo or Andrade will definitely be fighting David Benavidez next year. Jamal Charlo, he already said that he was going to be fighting David next year. And now you hear Andrade saying that that's one of the fights that he wants. This also means there's a very good chance that we're finally going to see Andrade versus Charlo. So there's so many great matchups. Then you have Canelo Alvarez, who's not going to fight any of these guys most likely. What he's going to most likely do is go down in history as vacating the belts more than anyone has ever done in the sport. Matter of fact, I think Canelo already holds the record right now. He's vacated belts 3 times on 3 different occasions. When he avoided Golovkin the first time, when he avoided Jamal Charlo, and when he avoided Sergey Derenyevchenko. The WBC has already ordered Canelo Alvarez to fight the winner of Caleb Plant and David Benavidez. So that means they're going to have to strip him if he doesn't fight the winner. And the WBA, they're about to have their convention in December. And there's a very, very good chance that they're going to order Canelo Alvarez to fight David Morrell, the regular WBA champion. Because remember, the WBA, they're consolidating all of their belts right now. So guys, 2023 is going to be a hell of a year in the sport of boxing. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one. All right, now check this out, guys. If you're looking to repair eczema scars, burns and bruises, dark spots and blemishes, fever blisters, diabetic ulcers, this right here is the perfect product for you guys. It's called LO Deki Face and Body Oil. Athletes and top-ranking boxers, they're also using it after training to reduce swelling, inflammation, and to ease the pain. So get yours today. Go to lodeki.com, like them on Facebook, and follow them on Instagram. Let me tell you guys about Issa Israel Law Firm. It is a full-service legal practice based in Denver, Colorado, an emerging hub for combat sports and high-altitude training. If you're a fighter inside or outside of the ring and you need a law firm you can trust to fight for you, visit thefighterfirm.com or email help@iilawfirm.com. Legal representation is usually limited to plaintiffs or defendants in Colorado, but iFirm can help anyone in the world with trademarking their business name, logos, and U.S. immigration issues. This brother has been my attorney for a while and helped guide me through all kinds of business and civil issues. So make sure you guys go to thefighterfirm.com.
How has this changed your life, man?
It's good. It's good. I feel younger, look younger. Pick up the young girls. I just can't scratch that, but it's been good. It's been good. I like to look. I like to feel more confident now. It was money well spent.
Cool. Now, in terms of the response, what has been people said, like as people being like, hey, what do you have on your head, or things of that sort?
The most response I get is like, yo, what bar we go to? I didn't get, such a close shave with, everything lined up so sharp.